Anyway. But vaccines are being distributed. Don't know if people are going to actually take them. I know that some people are taking the vaccines, but the vaccine for the top of the hour ad break is also distributed at the top of every hour. Now, there's a 60-second ad break, and you might think to yourself, Hasan, how dare you? Even on your birthday, you're going to fucking serve us with an ad? Yes, it's called a contractual obligation, okay? But fear not, the vaccine for the top of the hour ad break is a $5 a month subscription or a free one in the form of a Twitch Prime. Haven't used your Twitch Prime yet, you can use it for free here. You can also get gifted a sub if you are lucky. Here's the 1 minute ad break now. Annabot 1234, thank you for the 5. Here's the 1 minute ad break now. Tamana, thank you for the 10 gifted subs.
This morning, the World Health Organization is sounding the alarm on monkeypox, declaring the virus a global health emergency.
We have an outbreak that has spread around the world rapidly
2001, thank you for the 5
through new modes of transmission, about which we understand too little.
The last time the World Health
Pecky,
Organization made this designation was January of 2020 in response to COVID-19. Rarely lethal, but deeply painful, monkeypox is spread through close, direct contact.
Bro, this shit is, I'm sorry, it is, not great, okay? It looks fucking terrifying.
Contact, causing lesions and sores.
This is occurring in a population of principally men who have sex with men and bisexual men.
But now the CDC has confirmed 2 new cases in children, one in California.
Venusaur is GOAT, thank you for the 5 gifted subs.
A second in Washington, D.C. Experts say a rare but concerning development.
Malrish, thank you for the 5.
This virus is now getting into family circumstances. It can spread to women and in close family contacts where there is.
The issue is, even though originally the gay community had an uptick of monkeypox, and the way that they talked about it was that it was an STI and it was primarily impacting gay people or whatever. The reason why they covered it as such, so now when other people start getting it, when people that are not in the gay community get it, they're gonna get fucking bullied. Gay people are gonna get bullied. They're gonna use this as an opportunity to spread further homophobic takes. This is literally everything old is new again. This is literally the AIDS epidemic. Okay, I mean straight the fuck up. So that's great. That's wonderful. Wonderful for the future of America, really. Gay men are going to get lynched because of this messaging. Also, bi people be fucked and blamed for spreading it to women. This is so fucking scary. Yeah.
There's a lot of hugging and kissing.
Across the country, the numbers are steadily rising. Less than 2 weeks ago, the CDC listed just over 1,400 confirmed cases nationwide. Now, that number has nearly doubled, with cases in all but 5 states. The nation's epicenter, New York, where nearly 900 people have been infected. Jeffrey Galaze is one of them.
Check my logs. It is an STI. I know it's kind of fucked, and I get your point, but it requires close contact with a mucosal surface to be spread, and it may actually be found in high concentrations of semen. So, STI is one way of spreading it, but as long as there's hugging and kissing, you can still contract it. Okay? You understand that, right? And remember that this, once again, Max 923, thank you for the 10 gifted. Exchange of bodily fluids can occur outside of sex. You telling me babies got near semen, dog? That's what I'm saying. These guys are fucking. That's the problem. That's not what happened. So that's the issue. Okay. When you say, "Oh, it absolutely is an STI," you literally run into the fucking problem of being like, "Oh yeah, babies got near semen." Then, dude, is that what you're saying? You're fucking so dumb. It's not an STI. It's any contact with an open lesion, and it's potentially spread through droplets. And the other problem with this fucking viral disease is that we had this same issue with COVID not that long ago, man. In 2020, when COVID first started popping off, remember everyone was talking about how it would be fomide. Fomides is one way that COVID spreads. People were asking you to fucking use Clorox on your goddamn groceries, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm taking the L on that. I'm probably going to get COVID and fucking die then. Remember? Remember when everybody thought, COVID was spreading through surface contact, and we realized, like, oh, maybe not that. That's not maybe happening. Remember that shit? So stop rushing into this. Amazon already spreading that it's an STI, so they don't have to shut down the warehouses again. I'm just saying, dude. Like, if you fucking immediately rush to make judgments like this, and then like people outside of the gay community start getting, or people that don't actually, that aren't even like having sex, then end up getting monkeypox, you're going to arrive at like these weird fucking narratives that people are just like, oh, gay people are pedophiles. Look at them. They're fucking giving it to children. Dude, every single thing that happens now, I think I read from the point of view, the perspective of how can the most reactionary, psychotic conservatives use this as an opportunity to, I don't know, engage in like some kind of psychotic fucking fear-mongering campaign. Pecker, Protector, Sohaib, thank you for the 5 gifted. And the lesions are presenting more in genital areas? Wait, well, hold on. And the lesions are presenting more in genital areas when those lesions pop and when people who are not infected touch them. That's how it spreads. HPV is not entirely an STI and can be transmitted from skin to skin to skin. As in any way you touch a wart you have and change your kid's diaper without washing your hands, you could potentially spread it. Yeah. It's not. You can still get it. You don't have to fucking have sex to get monkeypox. Please stop. And not only that, but like we haven't even fucking fully figured it out yet. So please calm the fuck down. My father died of HIV in the 80s. The insane shit I've heard about my father being gay, etc., when he was just a drug addict is insane. The U.S. has confirmed the first 2 cases of monkeypox in children. Why it matters? The CDC has said that children, especially those under 8 years old, are among those especially increased risk for severe monkeypox. What she's saying, both of these children are traced back to individuals who come from the men who have sex with men community, the gay men's community, Walensky said at a virtual event with the Washington Post on Friday. So the problem is, they're going to fucking turn around and be like even if it's like a gay parent, okay? Even if it's like a gay parent that has it and change the diaper of their child or some shit, and then they end up getting it as a consequence of like them not realizing that they fucking have this shit. That is going to be turned into something completely fucking psychotic. I can already see it. I can already see the narrative being written right in front of my fucking eyes, okay? It's the same as cold sores, okay? Cold sores are still technically herpes. You can get cold. The reason why 1 in 5 people have cold sores is because it is so prevalent, okay? It's so prevalent. A lot of people have it. Your teachers will have it. Your parents will have it. And they won't even realize that they have it. And they can like hug you or kiss you. And then boom, you have it too. And not know it. That's how this shit works. Okay? Another absolutely insane excuse to try and be homophobic. People don't realize straight people also have sex in the same manner. It's just so contradictory and fucked. Yeah. I am deeply ashamed of the public health community and they're forgetting or rather willingly ignoring that the historical and cultural reasons have led the MSM mainstream media to have increased testing and retesting culture. So, of course, it was noticed first in the male sex male community. Oh, like the gay community. Monkeypox isn't an STI, and it's insane that the CDC is calling it one. "98% of people that have caught it are men who have sex with men. Calling it an STI is not accurate, but it's important to let the most at-risk people know how it's transmitted." No, I understand that. I do. I understand it. The herpes virus never goes away. It's just suppressed and can come back as shingles. Yeah. It's worse when people don't know they have it because they don't get tested and have sex with other people and pass it to them. Smile. Yes. Monkeypox is spread through close contact with people who are catching who don't fit the profile or not being diagnosed with the bias and ignorance. It's not an STI. It's a virus spread by close contact. This woman is unable to get tested at multiple locations. What? What are the reactions to this? MTG is already using it to spread a narrative? Oh, fucking Christ, dude.
We have seen now 2 cases that have occurred in children.
I don't have an issue with like adequately saying, look, there's a reason why like at least like all the gays I know in New York and all around are getting immediately getting vaccinated for monkeypox. Okay, there's a reason why in certain areas they're offering it to gay men, offering it to the queer community earlier than anyone else in like Canada and shit, right? They're trying to make sure that you can eliminate it before it spreads all around. And if it's ultimately still predominantly in a certain community, okay, even if it's not fucking spread exclusively through sexual intercourse, okay, while it is endemic, they're trying to fucking tackle it as quickly as possible. Adequate communication is incredibly important, but adequate communication should also factor the reactionary propaganda and counter narratives that are going to be drawn out of this, okay? It's not that 90% of men that caught it are gay. It's that 90% of that tested it for a gay. It's because gay men get tested right away when they start to feel sick, while the rest will try to get over it and not bother getting tested. I mean, there's a culture of STI and STI testing and prevention in the gay community for obvious reasons. That could be one of the reasons why you're seeing it more in people that are gay, okay? Because they are getting tested for it. And now that like the narrative is set that this is like the gay disease, right? That they are more careful and more considerate on it because since the AIDS era, these communities have been very careful and very deliberate about these sorts of issues. Okay.
Both of those children are traced back to individuals who come from the men who have sex with men community, the gay men community. And so when we have seen those,
this also creates false confidence in the straight community. Okay, this is also dangerous still, because it's like then straight people are like, oh, I'm not gonna get it. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gay. You know, I don't fuck dudes, so I'm not gonna get it. Like, you don't know. What if you do get it?
Cases in children, they have generally been what I call adjacent to the community most at risk.
Every single public health agency I've seen has been very deliberate about saying this shouldn't be used against gay people. Those quotes just don't always get clipped out. I mean, it doesn't even fucking matter that those quotes don't get clipped out. It's such a stupid idea that it comes from the gay community, but to be fair, okay, dude, don't make a joke about Austin like that. Come on. Anyway. I already ran the top of the hour ad break, by the way. Gay men are susceptible through sexual contact because the anal cavity is more susceptible to catching viral infections than gay men. Smashing the pussy all the time. It's not present in lesbians because they don't use the back door as much. I mean, that's the same principle for AIDS as well. But damage is done by saying that, even if you don't stigmatize the communities. Yeah, exactly. Because people are going to use it regardless. People are literally going to use this, and they are using it already.
Of them.
My pain level is excruciating.
He's now part of a clinical trial taking an antiviral medication for the pain. He says getting treatment has been nearly impossible.
If we don't get ahead of it now, it's going to be too late.
So far, vaccines have been in low supply, with people waiting in long lines hoping to get the shot, something the Biden administration is promising to address.
We're going to be releasing...
Dude, AIDS adjacent jokes about gay men should be understandable as a not great joke to make. Yeah, no, I know. That's why I said, like, don't make like Austin jokes. Even though you're not making the Austin joke as in a homophobic way, you're saying it because he's like patient zero for COVID is the joke that we used to make about how like But still, it will still come across as you being homophobic. So don't do that. Don't make that joke. Do you understand? That's really different. No. I know the reason why people were saying it is because of Austin, not because he's gay, but because like, the joke is that because of his polyp, he always sounds sick, and I always say like, dude, he's COVID patient 0. But don't make that joke, is what I mean.
Hundreds of thousands of more vaccines in the next days and weeks.
Now, Dr. Jha says that the plan in the U.S. is to eliminate the virus altogether, something that he says is possible with vaccines. And it's important to note that officials say that only those in the vulnerable population need to make it a priority.
People originally thought AIDS spread through gay people, right? Yes, that is exactly. People still think that. People literally still think that. That's like, that didn't even go away. It was so prevalent that it's still here. I mean, here, let's look at this. I overheard a young man on the train on the way home today, talking to another young man holding hands in college. I guessed about that age anyway, much younger than I am. He was talking about AIDS in a scholarly way and how it had galvanized the gay community, how it had spurred change, paved the way to make things better in the long run. Oh, God, these guys, oh, my God, this is a young adult novelist, dude. Holy shit. Why do they write like this? Just fucking get to the point, man. Fuck! I can't read this thread. I'm sorry. I can't. It's just like there's a very specific type of writing on Twitter, like Twitter threads that just like irk me. I physically cannot fucking read a 60 tweet thread that is like a way to, you know, get to the point. They called it the gay plague and joked about it. Oh yeah, here. Like they were laughing about it because like they didn't give a shit. They didn't give a shit that gay people were dying from it too. Except it wasn't just a gay plague, was it? You know what I mean? Another reason that men are only suspected cases. Only men are suspected cases. I'm old enough to remember when a COVID suspect case was only among travelers coming from China. Yeah. If people say, oh, this is a gay disease, and the media loves hyping up these kinds of narratives and like and crafting it around like reactionary points of view, reactionary tent poles like this, then that's gonna have staying power. And then the gay men are the only people who are gonna go and fucking get tested for it. And gay men could have a higher likelihood of catching monkeypox. Okay. As far as we know, that's what has happened thus far. But that doesn't change the reality that like everyone can fucking get it, especially because you can get it through sexual contact, but you can also get it through other means. Okay? Acube of plates. Thank you for the 5 get the subs. I don't even know what that means.
To get that vaccine. Hoda.
All right, Blaine Alexander for us there in Atlanta. Blaine, thank you.
And then, so some of the consequences of this are, like I said, a false sense of security for straight people, okay, and lack of protective measures and shitty, inadequate detection for straight people because they're like, oh, you're not gay, it's probably not it, okay, and a false sense of safety and security for straight people, and then lastly, additional scrutiny and additional hatred towards queer people because it'll be seen as like the gays gave it to the straights. Exactly what happened with fucking AIDS, dude. Exactly what happened with AIDS. So basically, we have 2 cases where not only could they not control themselves, but after their risky behavior, they continue to have close contact with their kids and spread it to them. Sad. What is concerning is they're not asking the right questions. How did these children get the pox? Sure, it was more than hugging. Are the parents being investigated? There you go. There you go. Anyway,
There are
January 6th committee is considering a potential subpoena for Ginny Thomas. Clarence Thomas